Have you ever woken up in the morning and just felt off? Maybe your body feels a little stiff, your balance is a bit shaky, or your energy just isn't quite there. You might chalk it up to aging, and sure, some changes are natural, but what if I told you that the way you start your day could be quietly working against you? You see, mornings set the tone for everything that follows. And especially after 70, certain habits we've picked up, or never thought twice about, can actually do more harm than good. The good news is, with just a few small tweaks, you can feel more stable, energized, and in control of your day. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to look at 4 common mistakes many people over 70 make in the morning, and more importantly, what you can do instead to stay strong, independent, and vibrant for years to come. Let's start with something that might surprise you: getting out of bed too quickly. Now, that might sound odd at first. After all, isn't it a good thing to rise and shine and get moving? Well, yes, but how you do it matters. When we sleep, especially as we get older, our blood pressure drops a bit, and our muscles and joints stiffen slightly. Jumping up the second you open your eyes can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure called orthostatic hypotension. That's a fancy term for what can make you feel dizzy or even faint. You may have noticed it yourself, standing up too fast and suddenly needing to grab onto something because the room feels like it's spinning. This is especially dangerous because it increases the risk of falls, one of the biggest threats to independence as we age. And most falls happen not out on a hike or even in the garden, but right there in your own bedroom or bathroom, often first thing in the morning. So what can you do? Instead of rushing out of bed, try this. When you first wake up, take a moment. Wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms above your head. Rotate your ankles. Slowly sit up, plant your feet on the floor, and take a few deep breaths. Let your body catch up with your brain. Give your circulation a minute to balance itself out. It might take an extra 30 seconds, but that small pause could save you from a serious fall and all the complications that can follow. Now, once you're up, what's the first thing you reach for? If you're like many folks, it might be a hot cup of coffee. And hey, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a good cup of coffee. I enjoy mine too. But here's mistake number 2, skipping water in the morning. Overnight, while you're sleeping, your body naturally loses fluid through breathing and sweating. Even if you don't feel thirsty, you're starting your day in a mild state of dehydration. And dehydration in older adults is no small thing. It can cause fatigue, confusion, headaches, and even increase the risk of urinary tract infections and constipation. It can make your heart work harder and your balance worse, again, raising the risk of a fall. Now, when we wake up and go straight for the coffee pot, without drinking water first, we're actually making that dehydration worse. Coffee is a diuretic, which means it pulls even more water out of your system. So instead of starting the day hydrated, your body gets even thirstier. Here's a simple fix. Keep a glass or bottle of water by your bedside, and when you wake up, drink a few sips before anything else. Not a full jug, just enough to start rehydrating your system. If cold water first thing feels harsh, try lukewarm water with a squeeze of lemon. It's gentle on the stomach, refreshing, and gives your digestive system a gentle nudge to start waking up. Speaking of digestion, let's talk about mistake number 3, skipping breakfast or eating the wrong kind of breakfast. I know, for some people, breakfast just isn't a habit. Maybe you never felt hungry in the mornings, or you're trying to keep your weight down. But as we age, the body's metabolism slows, and we don't always get the hunger signals we used to. That doesn't mean the body doesn't need fuel. In fact, skipping breakfast can lead to lower blood sugar, which can leave you feeling shaky, anxious, or foggy. And on top of that, when we delay eating for too long, we may end up overeating later, or reaching for sugary, processed foods just to get quick energy. But it's not just about having breakfast, it's about what you eat. A slice of toast with jam or sugary cereal might be easy and familiar, but it spikes your blood sugar and then crashes it. That can leave you feeling tired, cranky, and even hungrier an hour later. Instead, go for something that combines protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Think eggs with a slice of whole grain toast, a bowl of oatmeal with nuts and fruit, or even a smoothie with spinach, banana, and a scoop of protein powder. It doesn't have to be fancy, just balanced. And if you're not used to eating breakfast, start small. Half a banana with peanut butter. A hard-boiled egg. Just give your body something to start the day on the right foot. You'll notice a difference in your energy, focus, and even your mood. Now that we've talked about how you wake up, how you hydrate, and how you fuel your body, let's shift our focus to another morning habit that often flies under the radar, one that's just as important, but often overlooked, not moving your body early in the day. Now, I get it, mornings can be tough. You might feel stiff, groggy, or just not in the mood to move around. But staying too still for too long after waking up can actually make that stiffness worse. You see, as we get older, our joints tend to get a little less flexible, our muscles lose a bit of strength, and our circulation doesn't flow quite as freely as it once did. And if we go straight from bed to the breakfast table to the armchair, well, that stiffness turns into something that lasts all day. The mistake here isn't just not exercising, it's missing the chance to gently wake up your body with movement. And no, I'm not talking about going for a jog or doing jumping jacks. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Just a few minutes of gentle stretching or walking around the house can do wonders. Think of it like this, your body is like a car that's been parked overnight in the cold. You wouldn't just hit the gas the second you turn the key, right? You'd let the engine warm up a bit. Same goes for your body. A light stretch while standing at the kitchen counter. Rolling your shoulders. Marching in place while the coffee brews. These little motions help get blood flowing to your muscles, wake up your brain, and reduce the risk of injury later in the day. And if you want something a little more structured, chair yoga or simple balance exercises, like standing on one foot for a few seconds while holding onto the sink, can help improve stability and coordination. That kind of practice adds up over time. It builds strength, prevents falls, and boosts your confidence when walking, climbing stairs, or even just standing up from a low chair. And let me tell you, nothing feels better than noticing you're moving a little easier than you did the week before. It's empowering. And the best part? It all starts with just a few minutes each morning. Now let's move on to a mistake that's more about what's going on up here, in your mind. It's something many people don't even realize they're doing, but it can have a huge impact on your mental and emotional well-being. I'm talking about starting the day with negativity or stress. Maybe it's turning on the news first thing, and before you've even had your breakfast, you've already heard 10 stories about things going wrong in the world. Or maybe it's waking up and immediately thinking about everything that hurts, everything you didn't get done yesterday, or everything you're worried about today. We all do it sometimes, it's human. But starting your day with that kind of mindset can quietly wear you down. It affects your mood, your energy, even your physical health. Studies have shown that chronic stress and negative thinking can contribute to higher blood pressure, weaker immunity, and even memory problems over time. But here's the thing, just like your muscles need a warm-up, so does your mind. And the good news is, you can choose how you start your day mentally. Instead of reaching for the remote or your phone, try this. The moment you sit up in bed, or while you're sipping that first glass of water, take a minute to think of 3 things you're grateful for. Big or small. Maybe it's a sunny morning. Maybe your back doesn't hurt as much today. Maybe you're looking forward to a call from a friend. When you shift your focus to what's good, even just for a minute, it changes how you feel and how you move through the rest of your day. You could even keep a small journal nearby and write down one positive thought or intention for the day. It doesn't have to be deep or poetic. Just something like, today, I'm going to take a short walk, or I'll call my sister and say hello. That small act sets a tone of purpose and calm, instead of letting stress sneak in before you've even had your toast. And if your mornings feel rushed or chaotic, see if there's something you can simplify. Lay out clothes the night before. Prep your breakfast ahead of time. These little things reduce mental clutter, which makes room for more peaceful mornings. So far, we've covered a lot: the importance of slowing down before you get out of bed, rehydrating your body, fueling yourself with the right breakfast, moving gently to loosen up your joints, and starting the day with a more positive mindset. These may sound simple, but together they build a strong foundation, not just for your morning, but for your whole day. Now that we've talked about the physical and mental ways we can protect ourselves in the morning, let's take a moment to talk about something just as important, but often forgotten when we think about health: connection. One of the most dangerous morning habits people over 70 can fall into isn't something you'll find in a medical book. It's waking up and going through the entire morning without talking to a single person. No phone call, no text, no smile at a neighbor, nothing. Day after day, this kind of isolation can quietly build into something more serious. The truth is, loneliness is more than just an emotion. It has a real, measurable impact on health. Studies have shown that social isolation can increase the risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even a shorter lifespan. And yet, it's so easy to slip into, especially if you live alone or your loved ones are busy with their own routines. Before you know it, a whole morning, or even a whole day, has passed without hearing another voice or sharing a laugh. So what's the alternative? It doesn't have to be a big social event or a long conversation. Just a few simple touches of connection in the morning can lift your spirits and give you a sense of belonging that lasts the entire day. Maybe you call a friend while sipping your tea. Maybe you wave to a neighbor on your morning walk. Or maybe you listen to a podcast that feels like a friendly voice in the room. Even something as small as greeting yourself in the mirror with a smile, a real, kind smile, can shift your mood. It may sound silly, but showing yourself some warmth in the morning builds self-respect and emotional strength. You deserve that kindness, and giving it to yourself can set a powerful tone for how you approach the rest of your day, and how you treat others, too. And if you're someone who used to have a busy household and now finds the quiet overwhelming, try finding a new rhythm. Join a morning class, volunteer at a local spot, or simply take a short walk in a public space. Being around people, even without deep conversation, offers a gentle reminder that you're still part of the world around you, and that world is better because you're in it. The small choices we make in the morning, the ones that seem almost too simple to matter, are often the ones that shape our days the most. Every habit, every action, sends a message to your body and your brain about how you want to live. And the beautiful part is, it's never too late to rewrite that message. So whether it's slowing down before you get out of bed, drinking that first glass of water before coffee, moving your body gently, starting the day with a kind thought, or making time to connect with someone, you have the power to shape your morning in a way that supports your health, your happiness, and your independence. And I know, it's easy to hear all this and think, that's a lot. I don't know if I can change everything. But here's the thing, you don't have to do it all at once. Start with just one. Pick the one that feels easiest, or the one that makes the most sense for you right now. Maybe tomorrow morning, you'll try drinking that glass of water. The next day, you might take an extra minute to stretch your arms and legs before getting up. Every little step counts. And when you add them up over time, they become a routine, a lifestyle, that helps you feel better, move better, and live better. We all deserve mornings that set us up for success, no matter our age. And at 70, 80, 90, or beyond, you are absolutely still capable of creating that kind of morning, one that supports your body, your mind, and your spirit. Because feeling good isn't just for the young. It's for you, right now. So here's what I'd love to know. What's one thing you do in the morning that helps you feel more energized, grounded, or happy? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Your tip might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got more practical tips and supportive advice coming your way, all designed to help you live your healthiest, happiest life, no matter your age. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. Take care of yourself, treat yourself kindly, and remember, you're never too old to feel better than you did yesterday. Here's to living your best life at any age.